Thank you very much for being here, and it's wonderful to see a large audience. Honorable Minister, I have the privilege of asking you some questions and also taking some questions on WhatsApp, on SMS, some direct questions, and I'm trying to make these questions as tough as possible to our next President of Sri Lanka. The question of the hour, Honorable Minister, is, are you a dual citizen? Are you a dual citizen?
No, I'm not. And with respect, I would prefer that we move on to some more important topics so that that would be of benefit for the people of our country.
It seems like the majority of your political work have been in the rural areas, donating houses and perhaps doling out welfare. Honorable Minister, we need a transformation for this country. And what's your vision for the presidency of our beautiful island nation?
Well, if one interprets the housing programs that I have enunciated and implemented as welfare programs, I think it's unfair and inaccurate. When I assumed office, our ministry did not have an iota of statistics with regard to the housing problem of our country. So the first 1.5 years was spent on gathering statistics related to the shelter issue in our motherland. And through the various surveys that were conducted with the participation of provincial secretaries, district secretaries, divisional secretaries, and all of the governmental officers at Grama Niladhari level, we found out that approximately 2.5 million people, 2.5 million family households suffered from issues related to shelter. So we embarked on reinventing the Model Village program, otherwise also known as the Village Reawakening program. And we focused on families, despite being citizens of our country, did not have their own house, their own piece of land, and they were the silent majority of Sri Lanka who were assetless. So the housing program, the Village Reawakening program, the Model Village program, it's a program that empowers those who are assetless to become people with capital strength. And this process of empowerment is done on a people participatory process. Some might have been misguided into thinking that these housing units are constructed by contractors. Not so. we have embarked on this housing program through participatory house building. This entails provision of land at the expense of the state and providing loans, grants, and at times mixtures of loans and grants for the land recipients to help them to build their own houses. So it's a participatory process. So the main objective is empower those who are assetless with land and housing as an asset. If I may just continue for a moment, it is a complete misrepresentation of facts that the model villages and the village development program is confined to this particular purpose. We have 5 presidential task force programs that have focused on each of the model villages in terms of conservation, promoting food security, eradicating chronic kidney disease with uncertain etiology, a program to eradicate alcoholism and smoking, and last but not least, a program to protect children in their villages. So it's a very integrated program, an all-encompassing program. Most of the people who follow news items, they only see a marginal snippet of what we do. In fact, this is a program which inculcates self-reliance, self-help, ability of the people in the communities to stand up for their rights, and more important of all, we help the people who are willing to achieve a better life, achieve a higher standard of living, and certainly empowering the citizens of this country who do not possess land, who do not have their own houses, providing them with land and a process whereby house building takes place. I believe it's a moral responsibility bestowed upon our government. So I would not dismiss the housing program as typical welfarism.